000V. Temperature 27. Dew point 26. QNH 1007. Density altitude 1600 feet. Arriving and departing runways 25 left, 25 right. Transition level 190 advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instruction.
Bamboo 6103 radio check.
Bamboo 6103, 10 sun net clearance, sounds great from here.
We're ready to go when you
Close Singapore 177 heavy, looking to pick up our clearance to Singapore.
to welcome you aboard our flight.
Boarding
When you
requested.
find
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Your larger carry-on items in the overhead bin.
Singapore 177 heavy is cleared to Singapore via SOVA, 2 Bravo departure, runway 7 right, initial climb 5000, departure 126.35, squawk 1575.
If the overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it and distribute it to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear for passengers to make their
240 requesting the can do 2 kilo departure out of VVTS. I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute. I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
And welcome aboard.
Roger, cleared via 7 right. Climb maintain 4000, squawk 2621 for Whiskey 86.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard.
Clearance, a very good afternoon via Jet Air 1170. We have information tango. We're currently sitting at the gates 19, looking to pick up IFR to Hanoi, please.
Verify it slow and tight across your lap.
Bamboo 6103 request IFR clearance to Quoc with information X-ray.
Air China 4536 cleared to Kuala Lumpur via the Malaya 2 Bravo departure, then Smile, departure runway 7 right, initial climb to 4000, departure 126.35, squawk 2234 for Air China 4536.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
May I see your boarding pass?
Bamboo 6103, information X-ray is current. Cleared to Quoc via the Box 2 Delta departure, then as filed. Departure runway 25 left, initial climb to 6,000 feet. Departure on 126.35, squawk 5342.
Clear to Quoc via the Box 2 Delta departure, then S5 departure runway 25 left, initial climb to 6,000, departure on 126.35, squawk 5342. Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, read back correct. Ground is on 121.68 flight, sir.
121.6, good day, bye-bye.
This way.
Copy preparation.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Bamboo Airways
Good
Flight 6000.
evening, Singapore Heavy. Information Sierra Gate 160 request IFR clearance to Hanoi,
Stow your hand
Noi
luggage
Bai.
in the overhead bins or under the seats in
1
front of
second
you.
while I grab the paperwork.
For any assistance, don't hesitate
All
to reach
aircraft
out
be
to
advised,
us.
information X-ray is now current.
We're here to help.
QNH
Thank you for
1009er.
choosing Bamboo Airways and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Tons on ground, scooter 305, request push and start. Facing east, scooter 305.
Vietnam Airlines 220 contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Over to Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1, Vietnam Airlines 220.
Hands on ground, good evening. Vietnam 648
with the information India. We're in Airbus 321. We request IFR clearance to Manila as filed, please.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Good evening.
All aircraft information Quebec is now current. QNH 1010.
Hence on that ground, Transworld 178 Heavy at gate 76, requesting pushback and engine start. Push and start approved facing west, Transworld 178 Heavy.
This way.
All aircraft be advised, information echo is now current. QNH 1010.
Welcome on board.
Thai I-557, taxi to runway 25 right via Sierra 5, cross runway 25 left at your discretion.
Good evening. May I see your boarding pass? Good evening. Good evening. This way. Boarding pass, please.
All aircraft information Quebec is now current. QNH 1009er.
Ground Cafe 1518 ready to taxi.
Good evening.
Thai 557, contact tower on 118.2.
This way. Boarding pass, please. Evening. This way.
Red Cap 525, request push and start.
Redcap 525, cleared for push and start.
Pushback and start approved. Red Cap 525.
Bamboo 6103 ready for push and start engine.
Bamboo 6103, time zone Nhat ground, push and start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, facing north, Bamboo 6103. Before start checklist, parking rack set, sector speed and thrust V1, 150, VR 153, V2 155, flex jam 67 degrees Celsius, set windows closed, beacons on. Before start checklist complete.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear. Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Bamboo Airways Flight 6103. We are thrilled to have you with us today as we embark on our journey from Ho Chi Minh City to Quoc. My name is Astrid Hansen, your lead flight attendant, and I'm joined by our wonderful crew members, Lin, Min, and Hoa. We also have our captain, Viet Vung Ve, and our first officer, Can Tran, flying us safely to our destination. Our estimated flight time today is approximately 33 minutes, and we'll be cruising at an altitude of 22,000 feet. Now let's go over some important safety information. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To unbuckle, simply lift
Vietnam Airlines 7243, taxi to parking via Sierra 8, cross runway 25 left, then Victor, Yankee 1, Sierra 5.
Place it over your nose and mouth.
Sierra 8, cross runway 25 left, then Victor, Yankee 1, Sierra 5, Vietnam Airlines 7243.
In case of an emergency landing over water, life vests are located under your seat.
During
To
taxi,
use them,
takeoff and landing,
pull the vest
you are
out,
requested to
place it
fasten
over
your
your head,
seatbelt,
and
set
pull the
seat back
straps around
upright,
your waist.
secure tray table,
Inflate the
footrest,
vest by
and
pulling the
monitor.
red tabs or by blowing into the tubes. For your safety,
Carry-on
there are
luggage
two
is
emergency
requested to
exits
stow
located
under
at the
seat
front
in front
and
of
two
you
at the
or
rear of
in
the
overhead
aircraft.
lockers.
Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you have a pleasant flight. After our meal service, we will also be offering items from the Bamboo Airways shop.
Please set
Keep an
parking
eye
brakes.
out for that. Now, I'll let the
Waiting your
captain know that the
confirmation for a
cabin
good
is ready
engine
for
start.
departure.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Distribution of infant seatbelt or extension belt will be provided by cabin crew. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and visible to the cabin crew. Whenever seatbelt sign is on, please fasten your seatbelt and keep it while you are seated. Your safety belt is fastened like this. Insert the metal buckle into the other for additional shoulder belt. Cross the belt in front of your body, then hook the metal buckle
Unlocking
into
gear.
the lock. Tighten by pulling the strap and unfasten by lifting the buckle or pressing on the lock.
trường hợp mất áp suất, mặt nạ dự khí sẽ rơi xuống từ phía trên ghế ngồi và trong phòng vệ sinh. Quý khách kéo mạnh mặt nạ để có dự khí, đeo mặt nạ lên mũi và miệng, choàng dây qua đầu, siết chặt.
In case of decompression, oxygen mask will be released from the cabin ceiling and in the lavatory. Pull the nearest mask firmly down
Left is
to
clear,
start the
right is
flow of
clear.
oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth. Wear the plastic band over your head, then tighten it.
Quý khách hãy đeo mặt nạ cho mình trước, rồi giúp trẻ em và các hành khách khác ngồi cùng cần giúp đỡ.
Please put on your own mask first, then help the children and anyone nearby who may need assistance.
Trong trường hợp thoát hiểm, hệ thống đèn chỉ lối thoát hiểm sẽ dẫn quý khách đến cửa thoát hiểm.
In case of evacuation,
After start
emergency
checklist,
life vests
anti-off
will guide you to
again
emergency
status,
exits.
check
Trong
the
quá
chip
khách có
96%
thoát hiểm,
retrieve
hai
major
cửa phía
after
trước,
start
cửa
checklist
ở giữa và hai
complete.
cửa phía sau. Quý khách lưu ý xác định cửa thoát hiểm gần nhất và các biển báo chỉ dẫn.
In the cabin, there are 8 exits, 2 at the front, 4 at the middle, and 2 at the rear.
Bamboo
Please identify
6103
your
ready
nearest
to taxi.
emergency exits with marked signs.
Áo phao được đặt dưới ghế ngồi của quý khách hoặc phía dưới bên cạnh ghế. Khi được yêu cầu sử dụng, quý khách lấy áo ra khỏi vị trí, xé vỏ bọc, mặc áo choàng qua
Bamboo
đầu và thắt chặt
6103, push and start approved, face north.
khi ở trong khoang khách.
Life vests are located under your
Bamboo
seat or below,
6103
next to your
ready
seat.
to
When
taxi.
instructed by cabin crews, remove it from its location and package. Put on the life vest and secure it carefully. Do not inflate the life vest in the cabin.
Ngay tại cửa, quý khách làm phồng áo bằng cách giật mạnh thẻ nhựa hoặc thổi vào ống màu đỏ.
At exit, pull the tag firmly downwards or blow into
Bamboo
mouthpieces to inflate.
6103, taxi to runway 25 left, via Sierra 5, Victor, Sierra, Sierra 1.
Sử dụng áo phao trong trường hợp khẩn cấp hoặc khi
Runway
đi hàng
25 left
không
via
yêu cầu
Sierra 5
hoặc
Victor
hướng dẫn
Sierra
sử dụng
Sierra
bệnh
1
viện
Bamboo
Life vests are used in case
6103.
of emergency or when instructed by
Clear
cabin
left
crew.
side, clear right
Infant
side,
life
right
vest
check,
will
vessel
be
0,
provided
flight
and
control check.
instructed by cabin
Pull up,
crew.
pull
Và
down,
bây giờ, quý khách đọc bản
neutral,
hướng dẫn an toàn được đặt
full
trong
left,
ghế phía trước hoặc
full
ghế bên
right,
cạnh.
And now,
neutral,
please read the
left,
safety
full left,
briefing card in
full
the
right,
seat pocket in front of
neutral.
you or next to your seat.
Trân trọng cảm ơn sự theo dõi của quý khách. Chúng tôi rất mong quý khách sẽ có trải nghiệm an toàn và thú vị trên các chuyến bay của Bamboo Airways.
We thank you for your attention and we hope you have a great time on board with Bamboo Airways.
Please note, the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there's a reading light on the panel above you.
Taxi checklist, flight control check, flap setting config 3. Radar and predictive wind shear on an auto engine mode, select normal, EK memo, take off no blue. Taxi checklist complete.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
We're ready for departure.
Ground, Viajet 157, taxi to parking.
Vietjet 157, taxi to parking via Sierra 8, cross runway 25 left, then Victor, Yankee 1, Sierra 5, Yankee 3,
Sierra 8, cross runway 25 left, then Victor, Yankee 1, Sierra 5, Yankee 3, Vietjet 157.
Vietnam Airlines 7243, give way to the company ahead.
Give way to the company A320, Vietnam Airlines 7243.
Red Cap 525, contact tower on 118.7.
Switching to tower, Red Cap 525.
Bamboo 6103, contact tower on 118.7 so long.
118.7, Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, say again, I didn't catch that. Please repeat your message.
118.7, Bamboo 6103.
All aircraft information Yankee is now current. QNH 1008.
Bamboo 6103, holding short runway 25 left, ready for departure.
Bamboo 6103, hands on Nhat Tower, runway 25 left, wind 260 at 6, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 260 at 6, clear for takeoff, runway 25 left, Bamboo 6103.
1-1-9, that's 306.
Transworld 178, contact departure.
Cabin crew, please take seat for departure.
Roger. Switching departure, Transworld 178 Heavy.
Okay, Captain, all doors in park. Dear passengers, we have reached our final parking position. Captain Viet Phong Ve and the cabin crew are now saying goodbye. We wish you a nice stay here in Phu Quoc or safe ongoing travel.
And from Nhat Tower,
Cabin crew, please take seats for departure.
runway, deploy right.
Okay, Captain. I'll check the seats for departure. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure.
Cathay 766, contact departure.
Departure, Cathay 766.
Approaching the birds, 25 left, clear to land.
Sterilize. Check up.
Cathay 767, welcome to Tan-Son Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
Main flag 67 sets, RS runway,
One contact departure.
Vietnam 132, please advise departure frequency.
Chelsea 1, contact departure.
Ready now, check.
Departure. Singapore 186, welcome to Tan-Son Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
121, Singapore 186.
Positive climb, yep.
Alpha Tango, wind 250 at 14, runway 25 left, cleared to land.
Wind 250 at 14, runway 25 left, clear to land. Hotel Sierra Alpha Tango.
Bamboo 6103, contact departure.
Contact departure, Bamboo 6103. Good evening, departure, Bamboo 6103, with you passing 1600, climbing to 6,000 feet.
Bamboo 6103, Tan-Son Nhat departure, radar contact, climb 6,000.
Climbing to 6,000, Bamboo 6103.
China Eastern 5031, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Switching to Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1, China Eastern 5031.
Transworld 362, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Transworld 362 Heavy.
Bamboo 6103, climb flight level 210.
Climbing to flight level 210, Bamboo 6103.
TFDI-1, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1. Easy 123, contact Tanson Nhat Tower on 118.7.
Contact 118.7, easy 123.
Bamboo 6103, climb flight level 220.
Climbing to flight level 220, Bamboo 6103.
This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. Feel free to connect to our onboard Wi-Fi service as well. After our meal service, we will also be offering items from the Bamboo Airways shop, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight.
Now that I've looked around the cabin, however, we ask you to fasten your
request to stay on the route.
Cathay 767, continue on the Dahl 2 Golf arrival.
Cathay 767 will co-maintain and establish altitude when I'm on the island.
Disregard, sorry.
November 6518, Yankee, say requested altitude for descent.
Disregard, my mistake. I didn't mean to say to descent.
Cathay 767 Tanson Nhat approach. Good evening, Bungtown, QNH 1008. Cathay 767 Tanson Nhat approach. Descend and maintain 4,000. Cathay 767 descend and maintain 3500.
Learjet Yankee Bravo Golf.
Learjet Yankee Bravo Golf, contact rates Gia Tower on 118.3. Vietnam Airlines 978, descend altitude 7,000 feet.
7,000, Vietnam Airlines 978.
Bamboo 6103, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Ho Chi Minh Control 120.1, Bamboo 6103. Bamboo 6103 passing flight level 200, climbing to flight level 220.
Bamboo 6103, Ho Chi Minh Control, identified. Good evening. Bamboo 6103, Ho Chi Minh Control, expect the Tunap 1 Bravo arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached cruising altitude on Bamboo Airways flight 6103, flying from Ho Chi Minh City to Quoc. We will begin our snack and drink service shortly.
Expect the Tunap to 1 Bravo deep arrival, Bamboo 6103.
After the service, we will also have articles from the Bamboo Airways shop available for you to browse. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy the flight.
Bamboo 6103, continue as planned on the Tunap 1 Bravo arrival.
Ho Chi Minh Control, request to land runway 25 right. 731 heavy. Descend to 10,000 feet. Oceana 731 heavy.
Asiana 731 heavy, descend altitude 10,000 feet.
Runway 7 left, approaching hands on Nhat. We request clearance to runway 25 right. Sierra Oscar Kilo Alpha November.
Descend altitude 10,000 feet, Oceana 731 heavy. HB control, Oceana 731 heavy, request descent to 2,500.
Turns on Nhat approach. Cafe 767. Control, Cafe 766 is with you, climbing through flight level 160.
Malaysian 747, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.9er.
Malaysia 747, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.9er.
6103, descent via Tunap 1 Bravo into full Quoc.
Descend via Tunpa 1 Bravo into full Quoc, Bamboo 6103.
6103. Continue on the turn up. 1 Bravo arrival into full Quoc. Six one zero three. Descent. Flight level 140.
Descending to flight level 140, Bamboo 6103.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Quoc. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. At this time, the use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten stop sign. Use the transmission to fasten your seatbelt.
6103. Contact approach on 123.8.
123.8 Bamboo 6103. Bamboo 6103 descending to flight level 140.
Bamboo 6103 identified. Good evening. Expect the ILS runway 28 approach into Quoc.
Expect the ILS approach runway 28 Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, descend altitude 4000, QNH 1008.
Descending to 4000 QNH 1008 Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, descend altitude 3000. Turn left heading 185 vectors for the ILS runway 28 approach.
Descending to 3000. Turn left heading 185 vectors for the ILS approach runway 28, Bamboo 6103.
Cabin crew, please ensure that everyone is seated and has fastened their seatbelts. Captain, cabin is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our final approach into Quoc, we kindly ask that you turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Please ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seatbelts are fastened. Our Bamboo Airways staff will provide you with information regarding your connection flights once we are on the ground. Thank you for your cooperation.
All Wi-Fi related tasks and still any larger electronics.
Bamboo 6103, turn left heading 075.
Turn left heading 075, Bamboo 6103. Say again, please.
Bamboo 6103, 7 miles from CI-28. Turn right heading 335, descend altitude 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 28 approach.
Turn right heading 335, descending to 2000 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS approach runway 28, Bamboo 6103.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Approach checklist, Barrow ramp 1007 set, seatbelts on minimum 338 set, all break off and motion on more. Approach checklist complete.
Bamboo 6103, contact Quoc Tower on 118.6.
119.6 Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, contact Quoc Tower on 118.6.
119.6 Bamboo 6103.
Thai Asia 84 Victor, contact departure. Contact departure, Thai Asia 84 Victor. Thai Asia 84 Victor, negative, contact departure. 5902, contact departure.
Bamboo 6103 on final runway 2528.
Scooter 325, please clarify your request or confirm your intention. Bamboo 6103, Quoc Tower, runway 28 is active, wind 270 at 18, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 28, Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, runway 28 is active, wind 270 at
Cabin
18,
crew, please take
runway
seats
28,
for
clear to land.
landing.
Okay, Captain, I'll check the cabin for landing.
Bamboo 6103, clear to land. Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, wind 270 at 19er, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 28, Bamboo 6103.
Bamboo 6103, runway 28 is active, wind 250 at 13, runway 28, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 28, Bamboo 6103.
5902 negative, confirm your intentions.
above. Minimum.
Continue. Check.
50, 40,
too low
30,
terrain.
20, retard, 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 retard. Retard,
Don't sink.
retard, retard.
Spoiler, reverse rain diesel.
We are down. That was close.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 9:18 p.m. and it's currently about
Bamboo
26
6103,
degrees
welcome to
Celsius.
Quoc. Contact ground on 12.
Captain, cabin is ready.
Until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when
Ladies,
opening the
121.9025, Bamboo 6103.
and off all electronic devices and stow them until we've arrived at the gate. Kindly put your tray tables away, ensure your seats are in their full upright position, and fasten your seat belts. Our Bamboo Airways staff on the ground will provide you with information regarding your connection flights. Thank you for your cooperation.
Bamboo 6103, ready to taxi.
Bamboo 6103, Quoc ground, taxi to 4 via Sierra, Alpha 1, good day.
Taxi V24 via Sierra Alpha 1, good day, Bamboo 6103.
Again, please, Scooter 324.
Scooter 324, taxi to 11 via Sierra 6, Sierra Alpha 3, good day.
To 711 via Sierra 6 Alpha 3, Scooter 324.
Short running 28, Thai 84 Victor. Thai 84 Victor, ready for departure, 28. Thai 84 Victor, ready for departure, runway 28.
Asia 84 Victor, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Thai 84 Victor.
Scooter 325, push back and start up approved. Face north.
Scooter 325, request taxi, ready for taxi. Taxi to runway 28 via Alpha 3001, Scooter 315. ground just after this. There's a 3 to 4 after you.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Bamboo 6103 radio check.
This is what the ATC audio sounds like, and next is what yours sounds like.
Bamboo 6103 radio check. Bamboo 6103 radio check.
Bamboo 6102, taxi to runway 28, via Alpha 1, Sierra, Sierra 2, Sierra 1.
Bamboo 6102 radio check.
Copy, VHF 986.
We are ready to go when...
Bamboo 6102, 555.
Bamboo 6102 request IFR clearance to Ho Chi Minh.
Gentlemen, I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead
I am
bin.
working on that clearance. Stand by.
In front of you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding locations for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we will be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full, please...
Bamboo 6102, information is current. Cleared to Tansan Nhat via the K2 Alpha departure, then as filed. Departure runway 28, initial climb to 4,000, departure on 120.9er squawk 5547.
If you're not able to comply...
Clear to Tân Sơn Nhất via the Nhat 2 Alpha departure, then S5 departure runway 28, initial climb to 4,000, departure on 120.9er squawk 5547. Bamboo 6102.
Devices are stored once you depart. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Bamboo 6102, read back correct.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 6102. Our flight time will be roughly 48 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and heavy across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Bamboo Airways Flight 6102. We're delighted to have you with us today as we embark on our journey to Tansan Nhat. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance...
Scooter 325, pushback approved, face north.
Thank you.
Scooter 325, ready for taxi. Taxi runway 28 via Alpha 3001 to the U5.
Bamboo 6102, request start and push.
Bamboo 6102, start and push approved. Face northeast.
Start and push approved, face northeast. Bamboo 6102.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear. Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Bamboo Airways Flight 6102. We're delighted to have you with us today as we embark on our journey from Quoc to Tan Son Nhat. My name is Astrid Hansen, your lead flight attendant, and I'm here with my fantastic crew members, Lars, Ingrid, and Bjorn.
Welcome aboard Bamboo Airways, an
We're all
airline
from
of hospitality.
Norway, a beautiful country known for its stunning fjords and northern lights, and we're excited to take you on this journey. Our captain today is the esteemed VVPQ, and our first officer is Khan
For the
Tran.
safety of the flight,
We're expecting a
your
flight
attention
time
for
of
the safety
approximately 48
demonstration.
minutes as we cruise at 33,000 feet.
Once on
Let's go over
board,
some
any
important
type of
safety
smoking is
information.
strictly prohibited.
Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To
Electronic
unfasten,
devices must be
simply lift
turned
the
off
buckle.
or switched to flight mode.
In the
during
event
the
of a
flight.
loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above you.
Charging
Pull the mask
electronic
towards you
devices
to start the
is
flow
not
of
allowed
oxygen.
during taxi,
Place it
takeoff, and
over your
landing.
nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band. Remember to put your own mask on before assisting others. In case of an
During
emergency,
taxi,
we have
takeoff, and
several
landing,
exits
you are
on this
requested to
Airbus
fasten your seatbelt,
A320.
set seat back upright,
There are two doors
secure
at the
tray
front,
table,
two
footrest,
overwing
and monitor.
exits, and one door at the rear. Please take a moment to locate
Carry-on
the
luggage
exit
is
nearest to
requested
you,
to stow
keeping
under
in
the
mind
seat in
that it
front
may
of
be
you.
behind
Please
you.
set parking brakes.
For those of you seated in the exit rows, please review the safety card in your seat pocket
The
for
aisle,
specific
the exit
instructions
rows, the
on how
area
to
under
operate
fixed
the
bulkheads,
exits.
and behind your
And
leg
O,
must be clear of
If
any
we need to
luggage.
evacuate, leave all belongings behind and proceed to the nearest exit in a calm and orderly manner. Lastly, under your seats, you will find life vests. To use them, pull the vest out, place it over your head, and pull the straps to tighten.
Waiting your
Inflate the
confirmation for a
vest
good
by pulling
engine
the red
start.
tabs or by blowing into the tubes. Thank you for
Cockpit
your
to ground.
attention.
We have a
and
good
we
engine
hope
start.
you have a pleasant
You can
flight with us
disconnect.
today.
Unlocking gear.
Now, I will notify the captain that the cabin is ready for
Provided by
departure.
cabin crew. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and visible to the cabin crew. Whenever seatbelt sign is on, please fasten your seatbelt and keep it while you are seated. Your safety belt is fastened like this. Insert the metal buckle into the other for additional shoulder belt. Cross the belt in front of your body, then hook the metal buckle into the lock. Tighten by pulling the strap and unfasten by lifting the buckle or pressing on the lock.
Trường hợp mất áp suất, mặt nạ dự khí sẽ rơi xuống từ phía trên ghế ngồi và trong phòng vệ sinh. Quý khách kéo mạnh mặt nạ để có dự khí, đeo mặt nạ lên mũi và miệng, choàng dây qua đầu siết chặt.
In case of decompression, oxygen mask will be released from the cabin ceiling and in the lavatory. Pull the nearest mask firmly down
Tow truck
to
disconnected.
start the flow of
Bypass pin
oxygen.
removed.
Place it over your nose and mouth. Wear the plastic
Bamboo
bag.
6102 ready to taxi.
Các hãy đeo mặt nạ cho mình trước, rồi giúp trẻ em và các hành khách khác ngồi cùng cần giúp đỡ.
Please put on your own mask first, then help the children and anyone nearby who may need assistance.
Trong trường hợp thoát hiểm, hệ thống
Bamboo 6102, taxi to runway 28 via Alpha 1, Sierra, Sierra 2, Sierra 1.
Hai cửa phía trước, bốn cửa ở giữa và hai cửa
Taxi
phía
to
sau.
runway 28 via Alpha 1, Sierra, Sierra 2, Sierra 1, Bamboo 6102.
4 at the middle and 2 at the rear. Please identify your nearest emergency exits with marked signs.
Áo phao được đặt dưới ghế ngồi của quý khách hoặc phía dưới bên cạnh ghế. Khi được yêu cầu sử dụng, quý khách lấy áo ra khỏi vị trí, xé vỏ bọc, mặc áo choàng qua đầu và thắt chặt dây quanh eo. Quý khách lưu ý không được làm phồng áo khi ở trong khoang khách.
Life vests are located under your seat or below, next to your seat. When instructed by cabin crews, remove it from its location and package. Put on the life vest and secure it carefully. Do not inflate the life vest in the cabin.
Ngay tại cửa, quý khách làm phồng áo bằng cách giật mạnh thẻ nhựa hoặc thổi vào ống màu đỏ.
At exit, pull the tag firmly downwards or blow into mouthpieces to inflate it.
Trên áo phao có còi và đèn để lôi cuốn sự chú ý.
There are a whistle and a light on your vest for attracting attention.
Quý khách lưu ý chỉ sử dụng áo phao trong trường hợp khẩn cấp hoặc khi tiếp viên hàng không yêu cầu. Áo phao trẻ em sẽ được cung cấp và hướng dẫn sử dụng bởi tiếp viên hàng không.
Life vests are used in case of emergency or when instructed by cabin crew only. Infant life vest will be provided and instructed by cabin crews.
Và bây giờ, quý khách đọc bản hướng dẫn an toàn được đặt trong túi ghế phía trước hoặc ngăn bên cạnh.
And now, please read the safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you or next to your seat.
Trân trọng cảm ơn sự theo dõi của quý khách. Chúng tôi rất mong quý khách sẽ có trải nghiệm an toàn và thú vị trên các chuyến bay của Bamboo Airways.
We thank you for your attention and we hope you have a great time on board with Bamboo Airways.
Cabin is ready for takeoff. Please note, the cabin lights will be dimmed for departure and landing. If you require additional lighting, there is a reading light on the panel above you.
Bamboo 6102, contact tower on 118.6. Have a good evening.
118.6 Bamboo 6102. Good day, bye-bye. Bamboo 6102, holding short runway 25 left, 28, ready for departure.
Bamboo 6102, full Quoc Tower, runway 28, wind 280 at 8, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 280 at 8, clear for takeoff, runway 28, Bamboo 6102.
Departure 5902, goodbye. 5902 negative. Confirm your intentions.
Cabin crew, please take seat for departure.
Okay, Captain. Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Stabilize. Check out. Main flag 67 set AIS runway autoscope. I did not check. Climb here.
Bamboo 6102, contact departure.
Contact departure, Bamboo 6102. Bamboo 6102 passing 1600, climbing to 4,000 feet.
Bamboo 6102, Ho Chi Minh Control, radar contact, climb 4,000.
Climbing to 4,000 feet, Bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, climb, flight level 200.
Climbing to flight level 200, Bamboo 6102.
Scooter 161, roger. Maintain flight level 360.
Flight level 360, thank you, Scooter 161.
Bamboo 6102, climb, flight level level 260.
Climbing to flight level 260, Bamboo 6102.
Singapore 156, contact Phnom Penh approach on 123.8.
Switching to Phnom Penh approach on 123.8, Singapore 156, goodbye.
Contact Phnom Penh Center on 127.5.
Dear guests, we are now above the safe altitude, and I'm pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. Feel free to connect to our onboard Wi-Fi service if you wish. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the flight.
Vietnam Airlines 471, descend and maintain flight level 090.
Wi-Fi, you'll be able to access a wide range of devices.
Vietnam Airlines 471.
Citation 84 Victor climb and maintain flight level 140.
Climb and maintain flight level 140, Thai 84 Victor.
Not that ever move around the cabin, however, we ask you to keep fasten unexpected circumstances.
Bamboo 6102. Expect the BT2 Juliet arrival. Descent coming up in about 20 minutes. If you'd like to descend now, just say the word.
Expect the BT2 Juliet arrival, Bamboo 6102.
Approach 119, S119, Charles, Scooter 315. Scooter 324, say again.
Yankee Bravo. Climb into 020, Yankee Bravo.
Elysium 929, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Over to Ho Chi Minh Control, 120.1, good day.
Learjet Yankee Bravo Golf, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
120.1, Yankee Bravo Golf.
Silver 306, Lebanon 350, request south. Fortunate South, that's Silver 350, request south. Singapore 186, contact Samsung Nhat approach on 126.35.
126.35, passing for 186.
now reached cruising altitude, and we will begin our snack and drink service shortly. We have some delightful options for you today, including our delicious chicken salad and the ever-popular spring rolls. After the service, we will also have articles from the Bamboo Airways shop available for you to browse. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight as we make our way from Quoc to Tan Son Nhat.
All runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information X-ray. Tan Son Nhat International Airport, information X-ray. 1500 Zulu. Wind 250 at 4. Visibility 6. Sky conditions, view at 2700 feet. Temperature 27. Dew point.
Bamboo 6102 ready to descend.
Bamboo 6102 descend via Big to Juliet into Tan Son Nhat.
Descend via the VT2 Juliet into Tan Son Nhat, Bamboo 6102.
Flight attendant speaking. We have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Tan Son Nhat. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are fastened. I must also inform you that the usage of the lavatories is no longer allowed at this time. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Bamboo 6102, cross Tango Sierra 482 at altitude 12,000.
Cross Tango Sierra at 12,000, Bamboo 6102.
Descent altitude 7,000. QNH 1008.
Descending to 7,000 QNH 1008, Bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102. Contact Tan Son Nhat. Approach on 126.35.
126.35, Bamboo 6102. Bamboo 6102 with information X-ray descending to 7,000 feet.
Bamboo 6102, Tan Son Nhat approach identified. Good evening, Tan Son Nhat, QNH 1008. Expect the ILS runway 25 left approach into Tan Son Nhat.
Expect the ILS approach runway 25 left, Bamboo 6102.
Descent 2,500 on door established. Clear ILS, runway 25 left. Cathay 767 heavy.
Cathay 767, contact Tan Son Nhat Tower on 118.7.
Contact tower 118.7, Cathay 767 heavy.
Then Boston Doctor 3 Vietnam Island 471. Vietnam Airlines 471, climb and maintain flight level 070. 070, Vietnam Island 471. Vietnam Airlines 471, climb and maintain flight level 120. 767, request to stay on the arrival.
Cathay 767, continue on the Dahl 2 Golf arrival.
Cathay 767 will co-maintain and establish. I'll let you know when I'm on the ILS.
TFDI 1, contact Ho Chi Minh Control on 120.1.
Gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fast
DI 1 request. Disregard.
Disregard, sorry.
November 6518, Yankee, say requested altitude for descent.
Disregard, my mistake. I didn't mean to say to descent.
Trans World 362, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Trans World 362 head.
Captain, cabin is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our final approach into Tan Son Nhat, we kindly ask that you turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Please ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seatbelts are fastened. Our Bamboo Airways staff will provide you with information regarding your connecting flights once we are on the ground. Thank you for your cooperation.
Vietnam Airlines 978, descend altitude 7,000 feet.
7,000, Vietnam Airlines 978.
TFDI 1, climb flight level 280.
280 TFDI 1.
Cafe 767, contact Transun Nhat Tower on 118.7.
118.7, Cafe 767, good day.
Scooter 306, contact Transun Nhat Tower on 118.7.
Tower on 118.7, 306.
Cafe 767, descend and maintain 3500.
3500, Cafe 767. Approach, Cafe 767, switches descending to 8,700.
Cafe 767, Transun Nhat approach. Good evening, Bong Tao, QNH 1008. Cafe 767, Transun Nhat approach. Descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, Cafe 767.
Bamboo 6102, descend altitude 3000, turn right heading 260 vectors for the ILS runway 25 left approach.
Descend to 3000 heading 260 vectors for the ILS approach runway 25 left bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, descend altitude 3,000 feet. Turn right, heading 260 for vectors to the ILS runway 25 left approach.
Descending to 3,000 feet, heading 260 vectors for the ILS approach runway 25 left bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, proceed direct Tango Sierra 416, descend altitude 2,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 25 left approach.
Proceed direct to Tango Sierra 416, descend to 2000 until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS approach runway 25 left bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, proceed direct to Tango Sierra 416, descend altitude 2,000 feet, and establish on the localizer for the ILS approach runway 25 left.
Proceed direct Tango Sierra 416, descend to 2,000 feet until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS approach runway 25 left bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, proceed direct to Tango Sierra 416, descend altitude 2,000 feet until established on the localizer for the ILS approach, runway 25 left.
Proceed direct Tango Sierra 416, descending to 2,000 feet until established on the localizer. Clear for the ILS approach runway 25 left bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, contact cancel on Yacht Tower on 118.7.
Tower on 118.7, Bamboo 6102.
Singapore 186, welcome to Tan Son Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
121.6, Singapore 186.
Vietnam Airlines 781, contact departure. Learjet 6 Bravo Lima, contact departure. Over departure, 78 Bravo.
Bamboo 6102 on final runway 25 left.
Ho Chi Minh departure, Learjet 86 Bravo Lima is climbing to 3000 for 4 on departure.
Bamboo 6102, Tan Son Nhat Tower, wind 250 at 7. Runway 25 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 25 left, Bamboo 6102.
Cathay 767, welcome to Tan Son Nhat. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Cabin crew ready for landing.
Cathay 767, good day.
Bamboo 6102, wind
Cabin crew takes
250
seats for
at
landing.
7. Runway 25 left, cleared to land. Caution bird activity.
Clear to land runway 25 left, Bamboo 6102.
Vietnam Airlines 403, welcome to Tan Son Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6. Ground 121.6, Vietnam Airlines 403. Trans World 178, contact departure.
Roger, switching departure, Trans World 178 Heavy.
Check.
100 above.
Chapter 1, contact departure.
Minimum.
Continue. Check.
50, 40,
Too low.
30,
Terrain.
20, retard, retard, retard.
Spoiler, reverse brain diesel. Eddie knot. Manual brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our
Bamboo 6102. Welcome to Tanson Nhat. Contact ground on 121.6.
Now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete
121.6 Bamboo 6102.
Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us.
Bamboo 6102, we are square up, active runway 25 left, ready to taxi.
Bamboo 6102, Tan Son Nhat ground, taxi to domestic terminal 33 via Sierra 7, Yankee 7, Yankee 1. Good day.
Terminal 33 via Yankee Sierra 7, Yankee 7, Yankee 1. Good day, Bamboo 6102.
Bamboo 6102, taxi to domestic terminal 33 via Yankee 7, Yankee 1. Good day.
The requested position is already assigned to another aircraft.
Terminal 33 via Yankee 7, Yankee 1, Bamboo 6102.